Hi, welcome back to Simply Jan Homestead. I'm Jan. Today, I went out foraging. I'm going to show you what I found. So my friend Sam pointed out to me a few weeks ago that I had jewelweed growing by my creek. How exciting! So, I have my book, The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. And it says to boil water and then cut up the stems, and it will turn a dark orange. And then we're gonna put these in ice cube trays and freeze them. And then I'll put them in my deep freeze. And if I ever need it for poison ivy or any other skin irritation or rash, all I have to do is get that ice cube out and bam. This is high in oil and it neutralizes the oils in poison ivy, stinging nettle. It's pretty awesome. So they have these. Now this one was sitting in my truck, so it's not so beautiful, but it's got these pretty flowers. And they're called jewelweed because when it rains, it looks like jewels on the leaves. Jewelweed. So I'm gonna get this cut up. I have my water on the stove boiling, and I'll show you the simple process. You can't use jewelweed as a tincture, just to let you know. It did recommend it against that. Jewelweed should just be frozen. It doesn't dehydrate well because of its high oil content. So just freeze them in ice cubes. I froze a lot of things. Dill, cilantro. I have a bunch of cilantro for the winter because I froze them in ice cube trays. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to start cutting the stems up. They didn't really say how big, but I'm just going to cut them up and put all this in the boiling water, and I'll get back with you when I'm done. You don't want to see me cut. I want to let y'all know one thing. The medical use is for poison ivy, poison oak, okra spines, and stinging nettle. It is an antifungal. It will help bruises, burns, eczema, insect bites. It says you could cook the seeds. Traditionally, jewelweed has been used as an aid for kidney, liver, and urinary tract conditions. It's also been used as a diuretic to promote blood flow after childbirth or for gastrointestinal upset. However, most herbalists do not use jewelweed internally, and evidence is lacking for many of these traditional uses. So I'm going to tell you that you can cook the seeds. They say they taste like walnuts. And the flowers, cook those. But beware, because it could make you have to sit on the toilet for a while. Everything in moderation, right? Okay, I had to do some research because I was like, why can't you make a tincture? But you can, you just have to use witch hazel, of which I don't have. So today, I am going to put some of the leaves and stems in my Ninja, and I'm gonna get that pulped, and then I'm gonna put it in a jar. We'll see how much I have, maybe a half pint or a pint. Fill it up with apple cider vinegar. This is gonna be an infusion. We're gonna let that sit for 2 to 3 weeks and cover it with a plastic lid. If you don't have a plastic lid, put something around the lid because this will make your lid, your metal lids, rust. You don't want that. So, plastic lid, whatever you have. And then in 2 to 3 weeks, you're gonna strain that out into a fresh jar, and just, it'll last a year. So what you will do is take a cotton ball or gauze, and if you have an irritated area, you're gonna wipe that on and let it air dry. If your skin is sensitive, you may want to add water to it because it's, vinegar. It's a little harsh. So I wanted to show you this. I'm gonna get this finished cutting up. This has a hollow stem. Isn't it cool? It's just so cool. Anyway, I'm almost done and I'll be back. Okay, so you see the colors starting to change. It's so pretty. It's just amazing. Y'all make sure you wash and dry this off before you start processing it. It's very important. I wanted to show you what's inside. These pieces are hard, and then this is a brownish paste almost. Let's see if I can get that in there, like a brownish paste. It's very interesting, very, very interesting. Okay, back I have the boiled water or plant, and look at that beautiful color. I've strained it, and now I'm gonna puree it and put it through the strainer again. And there is water in here, just to let you know. It helps. Okay, so I blended up what I boiled in the Ninja and made it into a pulp, and then I put it back in the juice. So you'll see it's, it's broken up. Oh, sorry. You can see it's broken up. I wanted that in my tray. So I'm gonna do this. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoop that pulp in here and then put a pretty generous spoonful in each of my trays. And hey, I didn't see a tutorial on this, so we're just gonna say it's gonna work, right? I'll let you know when I have to use it. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then we're gonna pour this juice over the top, because that's what I boiled this in, so it's got to have some properties in it from the Jewelweed, right? That's my theory. I have the trays filled with the pulp, and now I'm just gonna scoop some of the juice in there and fill the trays up. I find it very curious that Jewelweed grows by the very thing it cures or heals, which is poison ivy, stinging nettle. You'll find Jewelweed near creek beds and wetter areas, and this one was right by our creek. So that was pretty cool. What a great find. And I'm sure we have some more growing on our property somewhere. I just haven't found it. We have so many wonderful things growing here. The next thing I'm cleaning off my goldenrod, and I'm gonna make goldenrod tinctures. I have some, I like doing tinctures in darker containers, and I have some old bottles that I'm gonna make them in there. So I will show you how this looks in just a second. You know, the boss, he never knows what he's gonna find when he opens our freezer, because I'm always doing something, freezing something odd to him. But you know, if we ever get poison ivy, we'll have these ice cubes, and it's just amazing. The color is just amazing. We'll have these ice cubes, and we'll also have the infusion. I have it labeled with today's date, Jewelweed infusion, so I know what it is, because I've got a lot of things going on. And it's covered with the apple cider vinegar. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. It's my first time doing it, but it was so easy that I will absolutely do this again. The next thing I want to tackle is making some Jewelweed salve. I did get some from Boots and Bounties in Kentucky, and the other day I was getting gas and a bee went up my shorts on my leg and stung me. And as soon as I got home, I put clay extractant on it, but it was still stinging. There was no stinger in it, so I did the Jewelweed salve. Thank you, Casey. My leg feels so good now. So, y'all, that's all. I'll show you my goldenrod tinctures next on my next video. Okay, and I got 3 trays. 3 trays. These 2 are the strained trays. They don't have any pulp in it at all. But then I have another one with the pulp in it. So, you know, it does say this, that you can strain it, but you know, I like to experiment a little, and I can't see any harm in not straining it. So here we go. This is so exciting to me. I love doing this kind of stuff. So if y'all have a place you can go forage, get out there, get your book and find out what you have in your area, because you know, we need to learn what we can use and what's beneficial for us. And I know we have so many things on our property, so I'm really looking forward to doing this. Hey y'all, be blessed. Love well. Bye now.